Oh my God, Tony, he's dead?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 deaths on The Sopranos.
If Vito wanted to pursue that lifestyle, he should have done so quietly.
He wasn't he?
Tony, I need you. I need you to come over now, okay?
What's the matter? Is it Ma?
No.
My oh my. She was in a fire. She's dead.
For this list, we're looking at the whacks and sudden deaths that left the greatest impact in this HBO series. If you haven't seen all 6 seasons, beware of the following spoilers. We're excluding characters whose fates were left ambiguous, such as Silvio Dante and Tony Soprano himself, as well as deaths that occurred off-screen, such as Tony's mother, Livia.
What?
Your mother died.
You're kidding. Jesus Christ.
Which Sopranos death shocks you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Fabian Febby Petrulio, College. At its core, this show is about Tony balancing his duties to his family with his duties to the mob. Few episodes demonstrate this better than College.
Oh yeah, did she like Bates? Because anything to get her off of this Berkeley kick.
On a college road trip with Meadow, Tony happens to cross paths with an ex-member of the DeMeo family, Febby Petrulio. Entering the witness protection program after serving as an informant, Petrulio now goes by Fred Peters.
He went into the witness protection program, then they kicked him out. Now he goes to colleges and gets paid all kinds of money to talk about what a big bad mafioso he was.
Taking a break from parenting, Tony tracks Petrulio down and garrots him from behind. Although Petrulio was a one-shot character, his death reflects a facet of mob life. No matter where you go, the mob always catches up to you.
You took an oath, and you broke it.
This doesn't just apply to Petrulio, but also Tony, who can't go a few days with his daughter without whacking someone. Number 9. Vito Spatafori, Cold Stones. Vito is another character who couldn't escape his former life, but unlike Petrulio, we came to empathize with Vito over multiple seasons. A closeted gay man, Vito is forced to go on the run after being outed.
Right. Sure. Say hi to your wife.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Sal, please. Don't say nothing, Sal!
For a brief period, he's free to find love with a cook affectionately nicknamed Johnny Cakes. This isn't happily ever after for Vito, as he heartbreakingly leaves his lover and tries to slip back into his New Jersey life.
I know, look.
Not a word, not a note. What kind of person are you?
I'm sorry.
It's not that simple, however. Phil Leotardo, his wife's cousin, is infuriated to learn that Vito is gay and orders his death.
One thing I do know. Vito has to be made to face his problems squarely.
Although Tony makes arrangements, Fat Dom and Jerry Torciano beat him to it. Vito commits numerous crimes, but being himself wasn't one of them, making his death especially tragic.
Vito. He was found beat to death this morning in a motel in Fort Lee. My cop up there told me.
Number 8. Bobby Baccalieri, The Blue Comet. Bobby was sadly among the many casualties that Season 6 brought us. Despite being a criminal, Bobby was one of the show's most sympathetic characters.
You know I never ask you for anything. You could tell Tony I'll do it myself if he wants.
He only committed one murder, which is low for this show, and was always faithful to his wives. Bobby was perhaps too kind-hearted for the mob world, but at least he died doing what he loved most, shopping for model trains.
You never see a blue comet in that condition. I mean, look at the coaches. Every window still lights up.
If that train still ran New York to AC, Atlantic City would be a much different place today.
If only Bobby had his phone on hand, he would have gone to a safe house instead. The last pleasant sight he sees is a blue comet train. The hope that this new toy represents is dashed as Bobby is gunned down, much to the horror of the audience, the fellow patrons, and the little folks on a train set.
Bobby's dead. He's shot. Show's in the hospital.
What happened?
Could be several things.
Number 7. Richie April, The Knight in White Satin Armor. Richie wasn't the first significant character to get axed off, but his murder demonstrated just how unpredictable the Sopranos can be. We find Richie at his most despicable during a dispute with Janice, who argues that her fiancé should accept his son whether he's gay or not. Richie responds with a punch, pushing Janice to the edge.
And what if he was gay? What difference does it make? Oh.
As Janice goes for a gun, the hungry Richie isn't at all fazed. Likewise, the audience doesn't expect Janice to go through with it. That makes it all the more jaw-dropping when Janice shoots Richie mid-sentence, followed by another fatal shot to the chest.
I'm in no mood for your... Ow.
1 minute you're at a wedding dress fitting, the next you're calling your brother to take care of your fiancé's body. Mob life, right?
What do you mean you can't say?
No, I can't say now. Think a minute, okay?
All right, just stay right there. I'm gonna be right over.
Number 6. Phil Leotardo, Made in America. Vito's fate is just one of the reasons to loathe Phil Leotardo. We had to wait until the final episode for Phil to get his comeuppance, but better late than never. What's more, Phil couldn't have died in a more satisfyingly painful manner.
Bye-bye. Wave bye-bye, Grandpa. Bye-bye, Pop-Pop. Bye-bye.
At first, Phil's demise seems straightforward enough, as he says goodbye to his wife and grandchildren at a gas station when Walden Belfiore sneaks up on him.
Tell the goddamn pharmacist to call Dr. Iaconis. I should get a 60-day supply of the plat.
Even if Phil had survived the 2 bullets, the missus still would have made the fatal mistake of not putting the SVU in park. Although we don't see what happens to Phil's head, the sound alone is enough to make us cringe in delight.
Oh my God! My babies! Somebody help! Help me! Help! Somebody help me!
Okay.
Help!
It's easily the best product placement for Ford that we've ever witnessed. Number 5. Ralph Cifaretto, Whoever Did This. Ralph was such a destructive character that he was bound to face lethal retaliation eventually. We're kind of surprised that he survived as long as he did. For all the human lives that Ralph took, it's a racehorse's demise that proves to be his undoing.
The chick went up.
Fire marshal says it looks electrical. They found pieces of a blown-out light bulb in a stall, and the hay was a natural accelerant.
It's never confirmed if Ralph burned Pi Oh Mai's stable to collect the insurance, but Tony presumes he's guilty. Tony decides to confront Ralph, and in typical Sopranos fashion, things escalate quickly. Before Tony knows it, he's standing over Ralph's dead body and enlisting Christopher to help clean up the mess.
Go to the drugstore. Get 2 pairs of surgical gloves. Some bleach. Come to our friend's house. A contractor.
We love how Tony initially plays innocent in front of Chris, although it's obvious what happened. The only thing more obvious is that Ralph was wearing a toupee this entire time.
I don't wear a hairpiece! I don't run...
Number 4. Tony Blundetto, All Due Respect. In any Deadpool, Steve Buscemi's characters are always a safe bet. Tony Blundetto is no exception. Tony B's death is etched in stone after he whacks Joey Peeps and Billy Leotardo.
Turns out somebody got a look at the guy that did Joe Peeps. All they got so far, she's got a bad limp.
One way or another, Tony Soprano knows that his cousin is a dead man. Thus, he decides to do the deed himself, sparing Tony B from a slower, even bloodier demise while also keeping the peace.
I want you to promise it'll be quick.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tony, I don't have to. Phil's gonna do it. And he'll do it his way.
Although it's the best solution that Tony can think of, that doesn't make this hit any easier. Tony B was a member of his biological family and his crime family, the 2 things that Tony cares about the most. It's tough watching him go, even if it was a little confusing having 2 Tonys around. Number 3. Salvatore Bompensiero, Funhouse. Cats may have 9 lives, but the same doesn't go for cat burglars. After Richie died in the previous episode, it became clear that no character was off limits. Where Richie's death caught us off guard, Sal's demise had been building ever since he was revealed to be a rat. Tony has a difficult time coming to grips with his betrayal, but he ultimately accepts that his friend needs to sleep with the fishes. Lured to a boat, Sal's worst fears are confirmed as he's taken below deck.
Let's go down below, check out the mahogany. Come on.
As a sign of their camaraderie, Tony gives him a final drink and a moment to share a dirty anecdote. Tony doesn't allow him to sit down as they open fire, though. At least they avoided his face.
Not in the face, okay? Give me that. Huh?
Anyway, $4 a pound. Number 2, Adriana La Cerva, long-term parking. Sal wasn't the last informant who met a gut-wrenching end. Unlike most of the other characters on this list, Adriana didn't have blood on her hands. In the DeMeo crime family, though, being a mole is the deadliest sin imaginable.
She lied to me. They wanted to arrest you too, Christopher. I was just trying to protect you. They said all they wanted was some information and they would leave us alone. I didn't tell them nothing.
After Adriana confesses to Christopher, his loyalty to the family trumps his love for her. Silvio picks up Adriana, telling her that Chris attempted to take his life. In his own way, Silvio also tells Adriana that Chris will be fine after they put her 6 feet under.
He's a strong kid, Chrissy. He's tough. Very resilient.
As they go for a drive, the look on Adriana's face suggests that she knows what's coming. Nevertheless, nothing can prepare Adriana when Silvio pulls over and drags her out of the car before firing. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Mikey Palmise. I dream of Genie Cusimano. He couldn't outrun his fate. Matthew Bevilacqua, From Where to Eternity. We think one bullet would have done the trick.
Don't you think we could have killed you already if we wanted you dead?
Johnny Sax Sacrimoni, Stage 5. Bullets didn't get him, but cancer did.
It's funny, ironic, whichever. I got here, I quit smoking after 38 years. Exercised, ate right. And for what?
Dominic Fat Dom Gamiello, Cold Stones, an unconventional last meal.
Carlo, still hit him first.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Christopher Moltisanti, Kennedy and Heidi. Being the final season, we knew that any prominent character could die. Christopher's death still broke the rules, however. Where most major deaths occur during an episode's climax, this one happens towards the beginning. It comes out of nowhere, much like the car accident that leaves Chris in such a dire state. The crash doesn't claim Chris's life, but his drug addiction does. Seeing a destroyed baby seat in the back, Tony realizes that Chris's daughter would have died if she was there.
You gotta get me out. Lose my license.
For years, Tony looked after and defended his nephew, even when he was at his worst. Knowing that Chris will never get clean, though, Tony gives little Caitlin a chance to live by suffocating her father. TV deaths don't get more harrowing.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.